My name is Ron Empire, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a new way of leveling up your melee skills, at the same time get some vitality off of it. In my previous video I actually showed you the Hive Mother shooting range, and in this video I've updated that setup quite a bit. And there's a couple of new things here that I've discovered and figured out myself. One, the Hive Mother shoots acid, but you can actually replace the spike traps. So no spike traps is needed for the Hive Mother for this setup. I've replaced all the spike traps with a carpet, and you can craft the carpet from the decoration table. Now here's the interesting thing. The acid that's on the ground, you don't get affected by that, right? The carpet negates the acid completely. Yep, it's a magic carpet. It does leave a little animation of the acid, and the acid is underneath the carpet, but your character does not get affected by the carpet. So previously we were using the spike traps to cover up the ground and to negate the acid that is left behind. But here I figured out that you don't need to do that, and plus now you can place the carpet right here, right? And because before you couldn't put the torch on top of the spike trap, but now you can. The other thing is the bridges. The bridges are totally immune to the acid traps, or the acid floor, or whatever. The bomb, when she shoots that, you can't get acid on the bridges, which is really interesting here. So what I've done now is replace the area that I want to actually move around in when I'm meleeing the ads. So all you got to do is dodge the Hive Mother's bomb, step aside, but still continue to take out the ads. The only reason I left the little spike traps here is so it's a marker for me to know where to go inside inside to the hive room. Okay, so here I've replaced all that with the bridges, and I'll show you this in a little bit. But I just want to give you a walkthrough on the new changes to my shooting range setup. So I did put a little bridge here now across this. Before I didn't have a bridge with the shooting range. So this is the new change. I think that's about it, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and give it a whirl. We're gonna punch the boss. And just dodge. You see how that acid is left behind underneath the carpet? So the carpet soaks it up, and I guess it's magic. We don't have to worry now about the acid. So all you gotta do is just punch the boss and dodge the thing. Now the reason why we're doing this is because without a weapon is so that we don't lose durability. And secondly, you wanna get the boss to enrage, because once he enrages, then he's actually going to spawn the eggs faster. And we want him to spawn a lot of the eggs and the mobs, the larvas, so then we can go kill it with our actual melee weapon. So for now, we'll just keep punching her, practice our melee leveling, or melee skills, and get that going. And so I'll show you here, like if I stand right here, no acids is left behind. How about that, huh? So no need for spike traps for the Hive Mother. So I've managed to just dig up all the spike traps and save it for something else. There's just absolutely no reason to waste a spike trap on something that you don't need. Now what I've got here is also the blood clot ring, which helps me a little bit in gaining life in case I accidentally forget to dodge, or I miss a movement or something. And it's just easier, the pattern here is easier just to stand still and sidestep and fight, and sidestep and fight. The only reason I'm just moving around is because I'm slowing down my punches on the boss so that he can or she can spawn more eggs. Because you want as many of the ads to spawn as possible to maximize your vitality points. Let me eat something here. Okay. Now I'm just punching her to get her to enrage. That's all it is. And you still get the melee skills for just the hits. I don't think the damage makes a difference. Now that blood clot ring, if you get a second one, you can get 6 points of lifesteal. So, well, she's about to enrage soon here, I think. You want to keep doing this so that she enrages, because that way she'll spawn the ads faster. And she'll also shoot the bomb faster, but that's okay, it's easy to dodge. And the ads don't really take a whole lot to kill when it comes to melee. And I'll show you in a second here, once we get this enrage, what to do for getting those vitality running. You'll have plenty of time to run around also to level up the running skills. Now, I actually spent quite a bit of time power leveling my melee and my range the other day, and I'll show you how much points I've gained from just power leveling the Hive Mother, or power leveling my skills with the Hive Mother. Okay, so there we go. We got the enrage. So now I'm going to equip my weapon. I'm going to cross this. Dodge that. See how the vitality just went up? You just gotta dodge, that's all you gotta do. Okay. So now we go over here and attack them across the bridge. We'll run around on the outside. I mean, you could fill up this whole area here with carpet if you wanted to. I just didn't want to waste my fiber for that. And then some of these areas here you can actually replace with bridges if you wanted to. My melee vitality has gotten. Oh, see where I accidentally screwed up there. It's nice having the blood clot ring, because then you can actually just power level up your health as you do the damage. So here my sword broke, and it helps to have a little repair station by your base, or by the Hive Mother's farming area. Now let's eat something. We're gonna run back to that one that we missed here. So the bridges are great for negating the acids, so you don't actually get the acid spawns. Just keep running around. Alright, so that was pretty quick and easy, right? And you just gotta wait until, oh, there, she spawned some eggs here on this side. Spawn more eggs on the bottom side. So pretty much all I'm doing is just running around. and to meleeing all these ads without resetting the boss. Because in the last video of the shooting range, I showed you like, oh, you can reset the boss, but then some of the ads actually despawned, right? So, and then some were left behind. But the ones despawned, that was kind of a waste, right? So I decided, okay, well, how can I do this without having to lose those ads? And let's go and eat something here. Okay, one of the other thing too is that you want to use a weapon that does not do any knockbacks. All right, if you have knockback, I mean it's not that big of a deal because you'll still do the damage, but it just kind of pushes the ads back. And you do want to be a little efficient and fast, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you could use the knockback weapon if you wanted to. And so yeah, all I'm doing is just running around, taking them out. And the interesting thing is you can actually attack your melee from across the river. Right. So if I just stand here, nothing happens. And then I'm going to show you my talent here, my skills. Look how much I've leveled up in range combat from the shooting range and my vitality. Right, my speed is also, or running speed is also being leveled up. So here I'm trying to level up my melee, and this trick is to figure out how to level her up, or level up your melee as much as you can. So I'm just going to continue punching her until there's more mobs on each of the sides, and then we'll go back to it because I mean you can fairly AoE them down with your sword. So I just didn't want to like run around the entire room just for a couple of kills. But running around the room is not terribly bad because you can also level up your running skills. But yeah, this is a really fast way of getting tons of mobs that you can just kill with your melee weapon without resetting the boss. And if I get her low, I don't even have to reset her. I can just hang out here and wait until she just spawns all of her ads. I mean, you could just stand right here and do some fishing because I noticed a couple of the fish pools started spawning in the little lake that I've made. Alright. Yeah, there's a little, I think there's a swirly right here. Yeah, there's this little swirly fish pool right here, which is kind of neat. So we do know that they actually just spawn over time in a water pool or a acid pool. Alright, so here's another fish pool that spawned. So if you wanted to, you can just stand there and just do some fishing while you wait for new ads to spawn. If you don't want to kill the, or reset the hive mother. Alright, see how my vitality just went up? Let's take a look here. Yeah, vitality went up to 65. So between this and this is how I end up getting my vitality up. So this one, I want to get that to 50. I actually haven't even spent any of my points yet. You see that? I've been doing all these power levelings, and I barely did anything to my points. And all this running that I've done, I've gotten already 5 off of that. Okay. Let's see snack on that. So if I had a fishing rod, I can actually practice my fishing skills standing here while I wait for her to generate some more ads. Or some more eggs for the larva spawns. Because as you can see, like, you know, I'm just mowing them down with my sword here. You just keep doing this over and over and over until you get bored. So all you gotta do is just run around the room, or stand aside, do some fishing, or just wait until the new eggs spawn. So long as you stay on the platform, right? You won't get acid left on the ground. Like I said, the spike traps here is just a marker for me to remember. And plus, if there's any loose ads that might come through the cracks of the walls, it'll get the loose ends. But yeah, so in this video, I've showed you guys the trick for using the bridges, right, to negate the acid pool that's left behind. I've shown you how to use the carpet to avoid getting the acid as well. And carpet's really nice. I really like this. So if you really want the acid, you can dig up the carpet and then dig up the acid. And one of the other things too is that, why do I have these little gaps between the walls? It's because light does kind of shine through the gaps of the walls. And I'd like to be able to peek into my little base here, or the little room here. I couldn't figure out a way to get this into the thing without tearing some of these walls down. I like having this little wall around, around the boss, just in case. And I don't mind that little gap being too dark. Alright, let's check up on our melee here and see if we can get to that 50. But yeah, I mean, I could just place more wooden tiles along here, or sorry, wooden bridges, and just run on the inside track if I wanted to. That way I can just go from here to here really quickly without leaving into the outer edge. I just didn't do that because I just didn't want to waste any more wood and having to dig up all that. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh, my weapon's gone. I'm almost there. And look at my vitality. I'm almost getting to the next round. So let me run back and repair real quick. And we're gonna finish off these remaining ads. Alright, well, let's go back and do this guy. And we're leveling up our vitality. And it gets, I think there's a diminishing return, because the vitality seems to take longer now to level up. I think the higher you go. So having this farm really helps a lot. This is like the best way to spawn the mobs. Because the mob farms actually do not spawn enough for you to level up melee. It's pretty slow. And then in another video, I'm going to show you how to create a mob farm. So yeah, if you want to check out, you know, how I did this setup, just watch the Hive Mother farm video. Oops. And then check out this video to see how I modified it. You just gotta find the distance away from the boss to get this little river around the edge. Okay. I really like the little river here that separates us, because it makes it easier for us to just hit them without taking damage, attacking from across the river. Okay, there we go. How close are we? Oh, I think we... Oh my god, I just got hit. Okay, good. Right here tosses it. Yeah. Okay. I was just checking how much further I've got to go on that. And I've already leveled up the vitality on that one too. Did you see that? I think that just went up. Let's see here how much more we got. Oops. Okay, to get that to the next set is like, we gotta get that to 70 to be able to get a full talent point. I'm gonna chuck this. Okay. Smack this more. Real easy. Now you got to make sure that when you do put the lamps or the torches down, space it off, not on the diagonal, because the bombs actually could hit that corner. So that's how I've, you know, whoops. This is actually one space away. And then make sure that you also have like an extra lake spot, because then they could actually hit this area over here. So that's why I just fill that extra lake here, just to avoid that. So it's a fully isolated block. Okay. Oh, how close are we on the melee? Oh, we're very close. We might actually get another vitality. Yeah, we might actually get that vitality up. If she spawns enough of those little eggs, the little larvas. These big guys are pretty tough. But it's a good thing we're just using the sword. Oops. I was fighting with my taco or burrito. What do we got here? Okay, it's almost there. We're almost at the 50. I haven't spent any of my points yet. I already know that. I'm just trying to show you how much points that you can gain from doing this in a very short amount of time. I spent most of my time just constructing the room. and then testing this out. And this is really pretty cool. And I'm always looking for new ideas and ways to improve on this. If there's anything that I can improve on, I think I've got this for the most part. Pretty solid here. I mean, the boss doesn't have an enrage timer, which is kind of neat. You can just keep doing this all day without resetting them. As long as you have enough scraps for the weapon and food for the hunger bar, you're all set to keep farming. So I recommend having like one world set up for the Hive Mother, like this, where you can just log in or switch between worlds, because then you don't actually have to go far, and then you can switch back to your other world to pick up like scraps, food, or wood or whatever. And then relog back into this room. So here if you can see, I used my offline world, and I just went straight towards the Hive Mother, and then created this room right here, this setup right here. So all you got to do is figure out the max distance. Oops. The max distance of where you can dig a trench or a little river, and then place the walls around it, and then figure out the max distance for the Hive Mother's acid bomb, right, like that, and put bridges. I mean, bridges will only go up to here. All right, I can't dig this up to the Hive Mother, so there is a max distance on that. So with the remaining floor tiles that you can't replace with bridges, just go ahead and place it with carpet, and that will protect you from the acid. There we go. We just leveled up our melee, and we leveled up our vitality. So that's all I wanted to do, was show you the little trick here. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, let's take a look here. I basically earned 9 combat points, 10 combat points for range, and vitality. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Hope you guys liked the video. Talk to you later.